Are you competing in an IRONMAN 70.3 race and not sure what to eat and drink? In this video, I'm going to show you the best foods and drinks to keep you energized and hydrated throughout the race. Hey there, my name is Phil Mosley and I'm a professional triathlon coach. In this video, I'm going to show you the best foods and drinks to eat during an IRONMAN 70.3 race. This will help keep your energy levels high so that you can perform at your best. With its 1.2 mile swim, 56 mile ride and 13.1 mile run, competing in an IRONMAN 70.3 triathlon is no small feat. To make sure you have enough energy to make it all the way to the finish line, it's essential that you properly fuel yourself during the race. But what should you eat and drink and how much? Let's break it down. For endurance events like a triathlon, your best bets are simple carbohydrates and electrolytes. Simple carbohydrates provide your body with energy, while electrolytes help keep your muscles functioning optimally throughout the race. Convenient sources of simple carbohydrates include energy gels, energy chews, sports drinks or bars. Whereas for electrolytes, look for sports drinks that contain sodium and potassium. And that includes well-known brands like Gatorade and Powerade, but there are lots to choose from. Electrolyte drinks like these replenish important minerals lost through sweat. If you prefer, you can also get your electrolytes in the form of tablets and capsules, such as those made by Salt Stick, which you swallow with water. Whatever you choose, it's important to remember that during a triathlon, your body doesn't cope so well with food and drink. And that's why it's important to try different products and strategies in training, especially during workouts that will mimic your race conditions to see what works for you. It would be easy for me to say, drink this and eat that. But if it makes you feel sick during a race, it won't help you, and we're all different. As a starting point, I'll explain the two strategies that have worked best for me in case you want to try them. The first is to consume nothing but Cliff Bar energy chews and water, plus a couple of Salt Stick electrolyte capsules along the way. I like this strategy because it separates out your hydration and nutrition and electrolytes into three separate components: hydration from water, nutrition from the Cliff Bar shots, and then electrolytes from the Salt Stick capsules. Previous to that, I tried using all kinds of energy gels and bars, all washed down with energy drink, but the combination of all those things made me feel really sick. But with this strategy, I feel like it places less stress on your gut. My second strategy is to use nothing but Maurten 320 sports drink during the bike and run. This stuff comes as a powder which you mix up with water in your bottles. And I like it because it's easy on the stomach and doesn't taste too sweet, and yet it provides 2 or 3 times more energy than most other sports drinks. Depending on the heat, I'll drink a bottle about every hour and I feel great on it. I also carry a small bottle of it during the run section. It does contain electrolytes too, but not a lot, so if you're a salty sweater, you may wish to take a salt capsule every hour or so. When it comes to eating and drinking during a triathlon, everyone is different. Some folks need more fuel than others. As a general guideline, experts recommend that athletes consume between 40 and 70 grams of carbohydrates per hour. Some people can cope with up to 90 grams, but that usually takes practice. And by way of an example, most energy gels you'll buy will contain around 20 grams of carbohydrate. So we're talking about 2 or 3 of those per hour to get your 40 to 60 grams of carbohydrate. As for how much you should drink, well, this is harder to say because it's a subject of some debate in the scientific community. I've read articles that say you should only drink to thirst, but I've also read articles that are very much more prescriptive about how much you should drink while you're racing. On the one hand, you'll want to drink plenty so that you don't get dehydrated. But on the other hand, your body can't cope with too much liquid during a triathlon, and drinking too much will just make you feel bloated and sick. So you need to work out the best balance for you. Personally, I tend to get through a bike bottle every hour, but that also depends on the heat and humidity on the day. And as I mentioned earlier, it's important to practice your nutrition and hydration strategies before actually competing in a triathlon, so that you have a good idea of what works best for your body. Doing this will help ensure you have enough energy for the entire race without feeling sluggish or nauseous at any point in time. Properly fueling your body during an IRONMAN 70.3 triathlon is essential if you want to make it across the finish line feeling strong and energized. The key is finding foods that provide simple carbs for quick energy, as well as electrolytes to replenish minerals lost through sweat. So think gels, jelly beans, sports drinks, etc. It's also important to consume enough fluid depending on conditions such as temperature and humidity levels. And don't forget to practice nutrition strategies beforehand so you know what works best for your body. With this knowledge under your belt, there's nothing stopping you from conquering an IRONMAN 70.3 triathlon. And if you've ever done an IRONMAN 70.3, I'd love to hear how your nutrition went, including what you got right and what you got wrong. So please do let me know in the comments section below.